It's traditionally the ancestral land of the Palestinian people. I know some of you guys are not going to like what I'm going to say, but I want to remind you people of something. Let's talk about the Uganda scheme or the Uganda proposal.
If you see me in the streets, better holler at me. Seeking for a beat, throw them dollars at me. I don't like defeat, take that away from me. You tryna be like me, you couldn't handle my story. But we gon' let you know, we gon' let you know. We gon' let you know, we gon' let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to yet another episode of Misterjaay's Reaction. And if this is your first time coming through, they call me Jay. I am a Motherlander living out in the diaspora, and I drop vlogs every day talking about news coming out from Motherland in particular and the world at large. Now, before we get started, I just want to appreciate everybody who's been watching Mr. J. The audience is in the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, man, Italy, the Netherlands, man, Russia, China is coming on board, Japan, South Africa, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Guyana, Barbados, man, Trinidad and Tobago. Big up to the family, reminded Mr. J a couple of hours ago, and it's all love, man. I just have to appreciate everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching the news, man, if you've been following the news, man, around the globe, the recent crisis is that of the Palestine and Gaza Strip situation, and we are the 9th day. Man, it's rather unfortunate that in the 21st century, 2023, we do have this type of situations. And this vlog is going to talk about that whole situation, but in a different light. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not done yet, please do not forget to hit that like button. And then, man, it's definitely going to be an honor to have you as part of my family, man. Support the channel by doing Mr. J that. You're going to be doing me a solid. Now, if my voice sounds funny, it's because I'm coming down with a cold. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today is Monday, man, the 16th. And for the past couple of days, man, there have been posts online. And there was a post in particular which came out of, Africa. So an African brother from Nigeria and a brother from South Africa. And we were having this debate, this conversation. Big up to both of you, man. You know who you are. And the conversation was, somebody asked Mr. J, isn't Israel the line of Israel that was in the Bible? And after thinking about it and having studied the Zionist movement, I was like, man, maybe let me drop a vlog and everybody should chime in and let's have this conversation. And the land we know as Israel and Palestine, Gaza Strip, West Bank today, it's traditionally the ancestral land of the Palestinian people. I know some of you guys are not going to like what I'm going to say, but I want to remind you people of something. Let's talk about the Uganda scheme or the Uganda proposal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the early 1900s, man, actually about 1902 and 1903, the Jewish people have been going around looking for where to settle. And they had this guy, his name was Theodore Herzl. And this man was trying to locate a piece of land to move and resettle the Jewish people, because it was believed that they didn't have any homeland. They were being maltreated around the globe, and they were being discriminated against, especially with the situation that was happening in Russia at that time. So Mr. Theodore had to contact the British Secretary of State by name Joseph Chamberlain. And Joseph Chamberlain, in compassion and in solidarity, proposed during the Zionist conference, during the Zionist Congress at Basel, man. And he proposed a piece of land in Uganda, present-day Uganda. It's rather unfortunate that at that time, colonialization was actually in full force in Africa, And for a foreign power like Great Britain to think that it was okay to give away another people's land, a land that was already owned by people living in that area, the Mau Mau Plateau, that Kenya-Uganda area. And he suggested it during the Zionist Congress at Basel, and an expeditionary team was sent to go and, just survey the land, to look at the land, to ensure that maybe it was gonna, be suitable to move the Jewish people from Russia to that land. And ladies and gentlemen, these folks went there, and it was not suitable because of a whole lot of wildlife that was there, the lions, man. And unfortunately, that didn't pan out. And then moving from there, Mr. Theodore Herzl and the British, again, they looked at land in Canada. The residents in those lands in Canada rejected. They also looked at Australia. It was also rejected. They went to Madagascar. It was rejected, as well as Angola, present-day Angola. All of these things were rejected. So these folks moved on to Iraq, Libya. They were all turned down. It just so happens that they found land in present-day Palestine. Mind you, that was already Palestine, and people were already living in that land, ancestral land of the Palestinian people. They resettled these folks there. The Jewish people moved into Palestine, and fast forward, the situation that we have today. Now, I just want you, my African brothers, man, both of you from Nigeria and South Africa. Now, picture the situation where the Jewish people from Russia were moved into Uganda, present-day Uganda. It means that this situation would have been occurring in Uganda. There would have been occupation. Now, in this whole concept of back and forth, who owns the land? If you want to argue, if you want to put forward an argument that the Israeli people own the land that they are in today, and my question would be that, why then, if they actually owned that land, why then was the British Secretary of State Joseph Chamberlain and Theodore Herzl looking around, shopping around the world for land to resettle the Jewish people in Russia? So I want to end this vlog by saying this. Think about the whole concept of occupation. Think about the whole concept of an open prison. Think about the whole concept of apartheid, which we have seen, man, time and time again. We have seen these situations. Now, what I don't understand is why African people will try to support this concept of, oh, the Israelites are in the land from the biblical times. Mind you, the state of Israel was created in the 1940s, the late 1940s. So when you come on and you want to have this conversation, you as an African, I want you to understand this. You are supposed to stand with the Palestinian people, because occupation anywhere in the world is bad. Now, it's rather unfortunate that the Western media has spin this whole thing into a propaganda and to make the Palestinian people look bad. You cannot be supporting Ukraine to fight against occupation from the Russians, and then you come to Palestine and the Gaza Strip, and you know, that is that unfair double standard nature of the West and her allies. But we are watching an ongoing genocide in the West, in Palestine, in Gaza Strip right now. We are watching that. So I know some of you guys will not like what this vlog is all about. You might try to cancel Mr. J, but it's all right. We need to stand and speak the truth. So until Palestinian people get freed, and now they are starting with the whole concept of they want to move everybody out of Gaza Strip, that is already in the plan. You see that? So my brother from Nigeria and my brother from South Africa, that piece of land, I do not think that it belonged to the Jews. They were created. You guys were moved into that land. Correct Mr. J if I'm wrong. And I will end this vlog by saying this. I am not in any way supporting killing. I am not. The world, the international community had long called for a two-state system, but that has never ever happened. So I don't know why people are trying to spin this and say, oh, this, that, or the Palestinian, or this, Hamas, this. No, man. When you treat people like animals, when they react like animals, do not wonder. When you treat people like slaves and they revolt, this is the outcome. But my heart goes out to everybody who's lost a family on both sides. Leave your comment and chime in. That is my time, and don't forget to hit the like button, man, and share this vlog. And we will keep standing with the Palestinian people. I, for one, as an African, I do not support occupation of any kind. You feel me? And I do not support apartheid system of any kind. God loves you, man. Be good and be nice and have a great week.
Creation, reaction, God. Big up TRB family. Misterjaay, I see you. I know some artists don't do this. God bless you and your families.